We got killer wife tries to manipulate everybody. Hit that like button, subscribe button again. To it, man.
30-year-old Rita on a warm summer day in West Virginia. 30-year-old Rita Hendershot and 33-year-old
before the video even start, I'm gonna leave the link to this video in my description, bro, for everybody who wants to check it out for themselves.
Putting their guns back into storage. Rita Hendershot and 33-year-old Matt Hendershot were putting their guns back into storage after cleaning them, when suddenly
911, where's the address of your emergency?
The neighbor.
Am I tripping, or is that not how you spell neighbor, bro?
That her husband or boyfriend just accidentally shot it.
Where is the wound at?
Where did he get shot?
I wasn't the smartest in
after realizing
no,
that
I'm tripping. I was the smartest in the LA. And what's it called, bro? In writing. I was the smartest in my writing classes, dude. So I'm not even gonna lie. I was trying to play that humble shit, nigga. I was one of the smartest, my nigga. I used to write papers. My teachers used to be goddamn damn near slurping my dick. Oh my god, you're the best writer of all time. I say all that to say though, this is not how you spell neighbor, bro. That's not how you spell neighbor.
And it's cheap.
After realizing that one of the guns went off and a bullet went straight into Matt's head, Rita immediately ran to the neighbor's house and told them to call 911. When officers arrived on the scene, Rita was inconsolable.
That's my family. Can I please go down to them, please?
Never mind.
Please, somebody, please let me go to Matt. Please let me go to his body. Please.
Bitch. Last time you saw Matt, you shot him, bro. I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm in love with him. But you understand how up I am.
Not only was Rita visibly intoxicated, but she was also too emotional to answer any questions.
I can't live without him. Oh, I can't live without Matt. Please help me.
Rita.
I can't live there.
Rita, I need you to take a deep breath, Rita.
I can't.
And they say she shot him? She's doing all this screaming, hooting and hollering.
He's the kindest person I've ever met.
Knowing damn well she shot him?
Eventually, she was able to regain some composure and explain to the cops what actually happened.
We were just moving our guns. He was like, babe, let's move our guns. And he had the gun in his hand, and I took it, and it, boom, I didn't realize it was loaded.
She told the lead detective the same story, that this terrible accident happened while storing their guns in another location.
Whereabouts were you when it happened?
I was coming in the kitchen, we were moving guns, and he was holding it. He was in the kitchen with me. We were both in the kitchen. We were just moving them, just hiding them under our bed.
And you said there wasn't a clip inside of it?
He put the clip inside of it, not me.
You put the clip inside?
Yeah, we were just moving guns. It was just like our regular routine. We were just cleaning house. I didn't realize he put the clip in the 1911.
Strangely, Matt was bleeding out on the stairs behind their residence when first responders arrived. Since Rita said that Matt was shot inside the home, that meant that after being shot, he ran outside in a panic before collapsing on the stairs. This story raised some red flags, so the investigators went inside the home and attempted to confirm everything she had told them. In the kitchen, several firearms were laid out on the counters, including the Ed Brown 1911 9mm handgun that—
Bro, like, if you have a gun like this, I don't give a damn what nobody says. There's no reason for you to have another gun. If you have one of these type of guns, this is a Call of Duty gun, bro. I was playing Rainbow Six Siege last night. This is one of the guns I was using for one of my operators, bro. So if you have one of these guns, it's generally no reason for you to have a pistol, dude. What's the reason for you to have a pistol if you already have one of these type of guns,
on
dude?
The counters, including the Ed Brown 1911 9mm handgun that Matt was shot with.
Y'all just some gun-loving ass niggas.
This aligned with Rita's story. However,
I ain't gonna lie, if you, bro, being a gun loving, if you a gun lover, bro, you low key a school threat. I ain't gonna lie. You may have to get put on that watch list if you a gun lover. If you love guns,
some other things,
bro,
that they couldn't quite explain.
It be niggas with like 12 AR-15s, bro.
For example, in Matt's
that's like, you're gonna tell me, look at me in my eye and tell me that's not no school shooter type of shit, no school threat shit, bro. Having 12 AR-15s.
His TV was still on and his Xbox console had gone idle. This seemed to indicate that Matt had abruptly ended his gaming session without turning off his Xbox. Additionally, several drops of blood were found at the front entrance of the home, but the rest of the house was spotless. So the investigators were unable to confirm where exactly the gun had been fired. Since things weren't adding up, the detectives decided to have Rita physically walk them through what happened.
So
Run me through everything.
he was in the living room with me. We were moving all the guns. We were gonna put everything up here, over here,
Right.
in that cabinet. And that's when it happened. It was just a complete freak accident. I didn't realize that it was loaded, and I didn't realize that it was just sitting at the bottom.
Okay.
I didn't realize that because I was just moving stuff so fast. I was just like do 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 do.
Wait,
Boom, and it went off
even
and
if it
was
wasn't
sitting
loaded,
right
why the fuck would you pull the trigger, dude?
And I was like, oh my god, it happened like right here somewhere. I didn't even know it happened until he went outside and he held his hand, and I was like, wait a minute, that didn't sound right. So that's when I went to his aid and I ran to the neighbor's house and I was like, oh my god, somebody call 911. My phone was dead. I
I was about to ask, bro. Why the fuck you don't call 911? You literally you're watching your husband bleed out right in front of you, and your first thought is to run out your house, run to your neighbor's house, knock on their door, and tell them to call 911. Like, y'all tell me if that makes sense, bro. If I'm bleeding out, why the fuck is the person closest to me running out the house and going to another nigga house and telling them to call 911? Why don't you just do that shit yourself? And the only reason I said something here is because, yeah, I know this part is different because their phone died, but it's been other videos I reacted to. Nigga, they did the same shit, but their phone was actually working, bro. Like they would go run. Niggas ran out the house, went to their neighbor's house, and told them to call 911. Like, nigga, why don't you just do that shit yourself? They're like, you know how much time you're wasting? The nigga's probably dead by now just because you want to run out the house and tell other people call 911 when you could have did that shit yourself. Like, that never made sense to me, bro.
He sat down.
Well, actually, I forgot niggas be in panic mode and shit. So
on his bed. So he was
I guess
sitting on
that
the
makes
bed
sense,
when it
but
happened.
still.
You were
I
standing.
came in to like, what's going on? And then boom.
Although the investigators had been giving Rita the benefit of the doubt up until this point,
Shit.
this walkthrough solidified their suspicions about her. Throughout the investigation, Rita had constantly been changing her story. The very first person who she told about the shooting was her neighbor who called 911.
911 was the address of your emergency.
The neighbor lady just said.
Like, and Rita, was you not even trying to help your boyfriend out?
Where is the wound at?
In his sheet.
To clarify, Rita told the neighbor that Matt was cleaning the gun when it accidentally discharged, hitting him in the face. But as we showed you earlier, when the police arrived on the scene, Rita told the officers that the gun went off in her hands.
We were just moving our guns. He was like, babe, let's move our guns.
Yeah.
And he had the gun in his hand. I took it and it boom. I didn't realize it was loaded.
This wasn't the only inconsistency in Rita's statements. She had initially said that the gun went off while they were storing their firearms under Matt's bed.
We were just moving them, just hiding them under our bed.
But during the walkthrough, she said that they were storing them in the cabinet above the closet.
We were gonna put everything up here, in that cabinet. And that's when it happened.
She also initially said Matt was shot in the kitchen.
Whereabouts were you when it happened?
I was coming in the kitchen. He was in the kitchen with me. We were both in the kitchen.
But she was now saying that Matt was sitting in his room when the gun went off.
But he was seated.
He sat down.
Was he seated on the stool?
He sat on his bed.
On his bed. So he was sitting on the bed when it happened.
Yeah.
You were
I came
standing.
in to like, what's going on? And then boom.
This was the most believable story because the investigators found a single 1911 bullet casing on Matt's bed. It seemed that Rita had made up some of the details she told the police and was now backtracking because her statements didn't align with the evidence. Rita's inconsistent storytelling wasn't the only red flag. The investigators saw her erratic behavior as over the top.
But you understand how dumb I am?
Not only that, but the timing of her outbursts was also extremely suspicious. Anytime the officers were talking to other witnesses, she would suddenly cut off the conversation with her screams of anguish.
Rita.
It seemed like Rita was intentionally
That's
disrupting
another.
the-
Like, I didn't want to say that part about how she was doing too much because I didn't want to sound like a no asshole. But bro, like, ma'am, you screaming a little bit too loud for this to seem true. For this to seem like it was a true accident, you over here crying a little bit too much, you screaming a little bit too loud. I don't know how to explain it, bro. But like,
all of these red flags made Rita suspect number
I
one.
don't even know if I seen tears coming down her
But
face.
they now
dude.
needed to answer the question, did Rita have a motive to harm Matt? The answer to this question became clear when they looked into her and Matt's history. Rita and Matt met at a bar in 2012, and they immediately hit it off. The two dated for a few months and fell madly in love. But after officially tying the knot, Rita's behavior suddenly began to change. She moved in with Matt and his grandma Matilda. But Rita and Matilda would constantly fight, and Rita began belittling her on social media. After officially tying the knot, Rita's behavior suddenly... The two dated for a few months and fell madly in love. But after officially tying the knot, Rita's behavior suddenly began to change.
You let her move in after a couple months. Rest in peace to Matt. but nigga, you met her at a bar, bro. You're letting the girl you met at a bar move in with you after a couple months, bro.
She moved in with Matt and his
Okay.
grandma Matilda.
Hey.
But Rita and Matilda
Y'all do y'all, bro. Y'all
would
man,
constantly
y'all do what
fight,
y'all
and
wanna
Rita
do.
began belittling her on social media. For example, one of her Facebook posts said, "I didn't sign up for this. I didn't get married to take care of an old..."
Oh, they were
It
married.
was around
I'm
this time
tripping.
that Matt became distant from his friends and family. Rita seemed convinced that everybody was out to get her. She would constantly play the victim in her social media posts and call anybody who she didn't agree with her haters. Then, in 2017, Grandma Matilda passed away. So Rita
Hey, if y'all want to believe she passed away, y'all go ahead and believe that, bro. I'm 90% chance sure that Rita done killed the grandma. She probably done put some in her cup. I don't know what she did. She probably abused her. Not gonna lie, bro.
and Matt were living together alone.
I don't know what she did, but Rita definitely played a part in why Grandma Matilda is dead. Rest
Began
in peace,
fighting more
Grandma,
than
bro.
ever. According to Matt's family, Rita would constantly gaslight Matt into thinking he was always in the wrong. Eventually, Matt couldn't take it anymore, and he divorced Rita. In the summer of 2018, within a few months of their divorce being finalized, Rita was already engaged to one of Matt's friends.
Damn.
This was when Rita
Nigga,
found
you a
strict
punk, bro. His friend a punk, bro.
making new hobby.
You a punk ass nigga, dude.
Guns.
But at the same time, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Rita, you fine, boy. So I'll give you an excuse to his friend. I ain't gonna, yeah. What y'all think? Y'all think the friend gets an excuse, bro? Cause Rita look good now. Rita look good. Bro, Rita ain't ugly, bro. If Rita was like a 2 out of 10, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be calling his friend all types of names. But bro, Rita is like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out to my friends out there, bro. Nigga, if one of y'all girlfriend, bro, break up with y'all and like she hit my DM up, bro, hey, no, I'm trolling. I would not do that. Like, not to my friends, but
constantly gaslight
shit,
Matt
dude.
into thinking he
I don't
was
know how this.
2018, within a few months of their divorce being finalized.
I don't know how their whole thing
Rita was
popped
already
off.
engaged to one of Matt's friends. This was when Rita
Engaged
found a
in less than a year. Is
striking
crazy.
new hobby.
I'm done
Guns.
pausing, by
She
the
would
way.
frequently post videos of herself at the shooting range and memes about how much she loved guns. Then, on March
School
30th,
threat.
2020, tragedy struck. Rita's fiancé got into a terrible motorcycle crash and lost his life.
A motorcyclist is killed in a single vehicle crash
Allegedly.
in Frederick. State police say the
Allegedly.
motorcyclist was going eastbound when the driver went into a ditch off the shoulder and was thrown from the bike. The investigation into the crash is ongoing.
The Frederick County
Yeah.
Sheriff's Office investigated his death and learned that he and Rita were at a party that night and an argument broke out. Her fiancé stormed out, hopped on his motorcycle, and left for home. Rita immediately hopped into her car
Nigga, I told y'all she
and
had
followed-
something to do with this, bro.
directly behind him. Apparently, as they got close to their house, Rita's fiancé hit a pothole and crashed into a fence,
Hit a pothole.
killing him instantly.
Hit a
The
pothole.
investigators concluded that his manner of death was an accident. Shortly after this incident,
Accident.
Rita reached out to Matt and asked if she could stay with him for a bit. Matt agreed to take her in for a few months so she could save up some money and find her own apartment. This is when things began to spiral.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
Although
that
she
nigga
found
Matt
a new
knew what he
boyfriend
was
during
doing.
this time, Rita's stay at Matt's house dragged on for months longer than expected, and her behavior became more and more concerning. She began drinking heavily and would frequently have violent outbursts. During these outbursts, she would abuse Matt, hitting him, scratching him, and threatening him by pulling out an assortment of weapons during their arguments. Not only did Rita
Bro.
attack Matt with a fork,
Rest in peace, Matt, bro. Like, nigga, you low key a cuck, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. You low key a cuck, dude. You laying a girl who done been with your best friend. I ain't gonna lie, Matt. Just for the reason you let her move back in, you may be a cuck, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, bro. Rest in peace to you. But nigga, just for the reason that she got with your friend, married your friend, got with him, engaged him, literally less than a year after y'all was together. Literally less than a year after y'all got divorced, she got with your friend, got married to your friend. And then she didn't have no place to go after bro passed away. Rest in peace to him. She had no place to stay, so she stayed with you, Matt. And you gonna let her abuse you in your motherfucking crib, where you pay the rent at, where you pay all the fucking bills, bro, where you allow her to have a roof over her head. You let her abuse you, nigga, and you just let that shit keep on happening, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Some of us niggas, bro, like.
but after looking through
I ain't
all of
gonna
Matt's text
finish the rest, bro. Just rest in peace, you,
messages,
dude.
detectives located 4 documented instances of Rita's abuse throughout their
Attacked
time.
Matt with a fork, pointed an AR-15 at Matt, stabbed a hole in Matt's bedroom door with a knife, waved a machete at Matt. Matt, you still allowed her to stay at your crib. Now, I can only think of 1 or 2 reasons why. One, either you was fucking and that shit was good. You know what I mean? That coochie was some good cooch. Or 2, you just a punk, bro. You just a punk ass nigga. I'm gonna go with the first one, bro. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and go with the first one.
The fork attack we just mentioned was number 1. The second was a fight that escalated so badly.
Nigga, if you get pointed, I don't know though, because if you get pointed AR-15 at you and you still let her stay at your crib, bro.
Out from storage and pointed it directly in Matt's face. The third
nigga, is that pussy really a die
regarding an argument where Matt locked Rita out
I
of
hope
room.
it was, bro, because
So
he
Rita
died
stabbed his door
anyway,
with
so shit. I really hope that pussy was worth it. And
the knife several times. And the fourth incident was when Rita waved a full-size machete in Matt's face to taunt him while he was trying to play beer pong. Eventually, Matt put his foot down and told Rita that she had a week to leave, or he was going to have the authorities.
Good,
escort her
that's
off
how you
the
put your foot down,
However,
bro.
Before Matt could call the police on Rita, he was shot dead. This ugly history between Matt and Rita made her statements at the crime scene seem completely performative.
But you understand how dumb I am?
Bruh, and I do not promote domestic violence, but Matt, if you would whoop this whole ass, if you would whooped her ass, Matt, and punched her 1 or 2 times, bro, I wouldn't blame you. And to go and keep and to add to that, bro, maybe if you would have punched her, maybe she wouldn't have treated you like she treated you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like maybe if you punched her after she pointed that AR-15 at you, like when I say punch, like I'm talking about like after, you know what I mean, she assaulted him and shit like that. After if you punched her or like hit her after she assaulted you, bro, this shit would not have just kept on going on, dude.
She wasn't even in a relationship with Matt at the time of the shooting. As we mentioned earlier, she had found a new boyfriend who had actually showed up at the crime scene to support her.
Matt, you just this is crazy, bro.
You know, I mean, was a good friend and everything like that. I've talked to Matt. I've been friends with Dosher.
And the boyfriend, you a cuck too.
Of course, Rita began having another meltdown before the officer could get through this conversation.
Rita, I need you to take a deep breath, Rita.
I can't do this!
The investigators were confident that Rita had shot Matt in cold blood. However, they didn't want to charge her with murder until they got the forensic test results from the crime lab. So, Rita was initially arrested and charged with negligence with a firearm and wanton endangerment. She immediately posted bail and was free to go. Then, just 2 days after Matt's death, Rita posted photos on social media of her and her new boyfriend kayaking and fishing in a lake.
Wow.
After 3 weeks of forensic testing, the crime lab concluded that Rita's story, that the gun went off accidentally, was impossible, mainly because of the grip safety, which is located on the back of the handle of the 1911. This safety mechanism meant that the handle of the gun needed to be firmly squeezed in order to be fired. So, Rita was arrested yet again, this time for first-degree murder. She pled not guilty.
Kearneysville, West Virginia woman accused of shooting and killing her ex-husband had her indictment handed up by the Berkeley County Grand Jury. So 30-year-old Rita Hendershot was indicted by Berkeley County Grand Jury.
They said that
for murder
she had a whole boyfriend and she was staying with her ex-husband. If any of y'all would allow that, bro,
firearm in the
y'all some weird niggas, bro.
Her trial took place in February of 2023, and her defense stuck to her story.
You letting your girlfriend stay at her ex's house?
Accident. However, due to Rita's behavior at the crime scene, the inconsistencies in her stories, her history of abuse against Matt, and the grip safety on the back of the gun, the defense failed to convince the jury. After a 6-day trial, Rita was found guilty. However, the jury believed that the prosecution failed to prove premeditation, which is required for a first-degree murder charge. So, they chose to convict her of second-degree murder instead. She was also found guilty for the use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. Rita was sentenced to 40 years for the conviction and a consecutive 10-year term for the firearm charge. The defense immediately appealed these convictions, saying that Rita had an unfair trial, and the case was brought before the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals. The defense was claiming that all of Matt's text conversations where he detailed Rita's abuse were hearsay, because the state never presented any evidence to prove Matt's claims.
The lower court didn't require any evidence to be produced.
Because the state never presented all of...
Like, just looking over this shit, she attacked you with a fork, she pointed AR-15 at you, she stabbed a hole in your bedroom, and she waved a machete at you. I really hope you were fucking, bro. I really hope you were fucking or something like that, dude. I hope her letting you fuck or whatever, bro. I hope that was the rent or whatever, dude. Cause not only is she like, if she wasn't, not only is she like living at your crib for free, she's also like using you as a fucking punching bag, dude. Like, this is...
Matt's text conversations where he detailed Rita's abuse were hearsay, because the state never presented any evidence to prove Matt's claims.
The lower court didn't require any evidence to be produced to the pretrial to allow these bad acts evidence to come in front of the jury. and even allowed the state to just merely read into the record text messages in a proffer. It would be improper, according to our position, to just allow this evidentiary burden to be met merely by reading a text into the record.
The defense then dissected each incident one by one, arguing that these allegations of abuse were nothing but he said, she said.
Looking at them individually, the text message surrounding the fork incident, by the decedent's own admission, he had grabbed my client so hard that she was bleeding whenever she grabbed the fork to get away from him. Regarding the allegation that in December my client pointed an AR-15 at him, there was no evidence admitted outside of a text message to prove that it actually occurred by a preponderance of the evidence.
I hope this didn't
The same
happen,
would be
bro.
applicable to
I
the
hope for
allegation
the
that
sake
she
of
dashed
Mark
doors in.
or Matt, wherever his
And then
name is, I
regarding
really
the
hope this
one
shit didn't
where
happen.
Mr. Savage testified that my client had waved a machete at them while intoxicated while they were playing beer pong approximately 2 months prior to the fatal shooting. In that case, he was asked directly and responded that she didn't threaten Mr. Hendershot with the machete.
She don't matter.
And that he didn't swing it. And that
Nigga,
she
wave a
was trying
machete,
to make
like,
them lose
what?
their beer pong game by distracting them. I don't believe that that would qualify any standard that any of those are domestic violence.
The state found all of these arguments absurd and claimed that there was more than enough evidence to corroborate Matt's text messages, which justified showing them to a jury.
The biggest complaint that I heard in my colleagues' responses was that they were unproven. That's just simply not true. This wasn't just someone standing up and saying, well, this happened, and the state merely
nigga, and like, bro, if she killed him, like, is that not as much evidence as you need right there, bro? Like, nigga, she killed him. Like, I feel like that's all the evidence you need as to whether or not she was abusing him,
This was
bro.
proven by forensic evidence. This was proven by photographs. This was proven by live testimony. I also want to give a little clarity to the court on the fork incident because
At the same time, too, bro, like, y'all can say whatever, dude. Y'all can say whatever. Y'all can say I'm fucked up, bro. This just what I feel, bro. If you feel a different type of way, that's cool, bro. But I'm gonna say how I feel, bro. Yes, it's her fault that he was getting abused and shit. Matt, at the same time, it's your own damn fault, bro. At the same time, Matt, it's your own damn fault. Like, just stay with me now. I'll go. It's 50-50. I'll say it's 60-40, not 50-50. I'll say 60-40. 60% her fault, 40% his fault as to why he was being abused. This is why I say this, bro. Nigga, it showed 5 different instances of abuse. It showed 5 different abuse incidents, bro. She grabbed the fork and chased you around the house with a fucking fork. She grabbed the machete and waved the machete at you and threatened you. She got an AR-15 and pointed at you. She did all this other shit. And you still let her stay inside your house. You didn't kick her out once. I may be gracious for even giving you a 40% fault for this, Matt. I'm being honest, bro. A big reason why I'm giving you such a low percentage, bro, is because you're passed away. I don't want to talk bad about your name and you're dead, bro. You know what I mean, Matt? But like, bro, like at some point, nigga, you gotta put your foot on the ground and kick her out the house, nigga. Like if you letting somebody point AR-15 at you, dude,
as a self-defense. That's simply not true if you read the actual text messages. He notes to Ms. Hendershot herself that you came at me and hit me in the face twice and knocked me off the couch and I restrained you. When that happened, she grabbed a fork and stabbed him. This was not merely a self-defense, unless we're speaking about the self-defense of Mr.
And you still let her stay at the crib, bro.
Because she
stabbed your ass with a fucking fork.
They also pointed out
and now we acting.
Incidents didn't really happen. The only reason Matt would send these messages would be to set Rita up.
Rest in peace, Matt, bro. But I don't know what he thought was gonna happen.
Not
bro.
trustworthy would be to believe that Mr. Hendershot, before he died, was
Got
somehow
shot.
attempting to set up Mrs. Hendershot for this eventual murder. That simply is just not believable.
The defense shot back, saying that a frame job wasn't the only reason Matt would lie about Rita's abuse.
The state argued that he had no reason to text regarding the AR incident, and other than try to do an eventual setup for murder. If you look at the record in this case,
bro.
he's trying to get her out of the house.
Hey, she's cooked, bro. This lawyer right here
Friends and
doesn't
family against
even
her,
sound
make
like
it easier to get him out of
enthusiastic about what he's trying to say. He doesn't have no time. Like, look, he just sounds defeated, dude. Listen to him.
So that's
Listen
not
to
the
his
only
tone right
explanation
now.
for that. My client did not get a fair trial. It's improper. It's against West Virginia law. So at the very least, we would ask for a remand for a
This
new trial
nigga's,
where the lawyer
bro,
does
she
not
cooked,
admit that
bro.
evidence in front of
If
the
my lawyer got up on stand talking like this, bro, you getting fired instantly, dude. Real
Despite this
shit.
effort from the defense, on June 2nd, 2026, the Supreme Court upheld Rita's conviction.
Oh, that was
Court
like 2
records
days
state
ago.
that Rita's
Damn.
acts of domestic
Wow.
violence were intertwined with the lethal outcome of her abusive relationship. Therefore, on June 2nd, 2026, the Supreme Court.
Boy, she looked good, bro.
upheld.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, she look good,
Court
bro.
records state that Rita's acts of domestic
Matt, I see why you ain't kick her out the house, gang.
violence were
My fault, big bro. My fault, big Matt. My fault.
aligned with the legal
I see why you ain't kick her out
outcome
the
of
house.
abusive
Okay.
relationship.
Okay,
Therefore,
Matt.
they determined
Okay,
that the
Matt.
text message evidence was properly admitted and relevant to the case. So, Rita continues to serve her sentence in the Lakin Correctional Center in West Columbia, West Virginia. Her next parole eligibility hearing is in 2033.
Bruh.
Center in West Columbia, West Virginia. Her next
If you look that good with a prison uniform on, bro. If you looking this good with a prison uniform on.
parole eligibility hearing is in 2033. If she is denied parole, her projected release date is in the year 2046, as long as she stays on her best behavior. Based on her most recent mugshot, it appears that Rita is enjoying her time behind bars.
Hell yeah.
To this day, Matt's family still struggles to understand why he was
Matt's
taken from
mixed?
them so soon. In a 2024
His dad is black? What the fuck?
interview with Matt's mother, Tammy Reese, she said that when Matt loved someone, he loved them with his entire heart and soul. Not just his romantic relationships either. The reason he initially moved in with his grandma Matilda was because she had just lost her husband, and Matt wanted to make sure that she was taken care of. Sadly, Rita knew how caring Matt really was and took advantage of this. She weaseled her way back into his home, abused him, and when Matt told her to leave, she killed him. Thankfully, Matt's family was able to get some sort of justice, but to this day, Rita stands behind her story.
Hey, y'all know she got a pen pal. What's it called, bro? You could write to inmates and shit. What's it called?
A terrible accident.
A pen pal. What's her name, bro?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
what do we have
Yeah,
here?
rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace, Matt. For real though.
Trash talking basketball for your bedroom.
That is awesome.
We just
Thanks, John. That is awesome.
here.
This random person in the pool.
All right, hey, yep. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, bro.